So I heard you wanted to tween, but tweening's too hard. And that's why, my friends, I created a tutorial just for tweening. The apps I will be using is IBIS Paint, Capcut, and that's all. And for your information, I will later be doing a tutorial on a light motion, so it's not just limited to Capcut users. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Hello, welcome to my home screen. So the only two things you need is CapCut and IBIS Paint X. If you don't have those, you can go install that on the App Store. It's completely free. So without wasting any more time, let's go get into the tutorial. So first you want to open up IBIS Paint X and you want to make a new canvas. It could be any canvas size, but just make sure it's not too small. And usually I like to start off by making a base, and what I mean by base is I trace out what I want to draw. Don't color it in yet because you won't need to do that. You just want to have an idea of what you want to draw. I'm going to speed this part up because I took so much time on doing this. As you can see, I am done. So the second step to do is to make another layer. You basically want to make layers on body parts that you want to move. So for example, I'm going to make another layer and put it on top of the base because I want to trace the head next. I am also going to lower the opacity of the base so that way I can trace it better. Okay, once you're finished with that, you're going to make another layer and you're going to put it under the trace. This is going to be the layer where you color in your drawing. I recommend using this instead of the bucket tool because it gives off a neater result. Once you're done with the coloring, you want to go over to the layers and you want to merge down the outline and the color. To do this, click the button with the arrow pointing down at the two lines. Once you do that, you want to make a new layer and do the same process you did with the head. now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I merged all my layers And I'm going to delete layers that I don't need anymore. Now that I'm done with that, I am going to go ahead and press those 3 dots on the bottom. Then I'm going to press Save as Transparent PNG. You're going to want to do this with all the layers. Now that we're finished, we're going to get out of IBIS Paint and we're going to hop onto Capcut. Here on Capcut, you're going to create a new project. Once you do that, then you're going to want to pick your background. In this instance, I picked a white background from Capcut's library. Now you want to go to overlay and you want to select all the PNGs. As you can see, all the PNGs are very small, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down on the bar and hit basic. Then I'm going to go to size and put them to the size that I want. Okay, so here's where the magic really begins. So what you're gonna do is you're going to press any body part that you want to make move, and you want to hit a diamond shaped button with a plus on top called a keyframe. Place the keyframes where you want movement. What we'll do is go on a keyframe, go to basic again, and go to position. Now, by using the X and Y axes, you want to go ahead and move your body part to your liking. You're thinking,
wait a minute, is this it? Am I finally done?
No. So what you want to do is you want to press the button next to the keyframes button. And leads to something called graphs. Before you freak out and start questioning your life choices, here's how a graph works. To think of a graph is, I like to think of it kind of like velocity. It kind of speeds up and slows down your animation. So you basically just pick a random graph and see if you like it. So now we can both finish our tweening edit.